Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time. I said I'll post every week and I haven't done that. So if you're new here, happy new year. My name is Rihanna Louise and I hope you enjoyed this video. So oh, this is so awkward. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, so today's video I'm just gonna do my makeup, I'm gonna play around, and I'm also gonna tell you about why I am no longer an athlete and why I'm living the life I'm living today. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Maybe I should start with a base, so let's do that. Why am I so happy to talk about this? I honestly don't have a clue. What do I start off with? Oh, do you know what? Oh, here it is. I was gonna say I don't have it because it's in my suitcase. I'm gonna start off with a little primer. Yeah, so I'll give you a little backstory. In secondary school, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then my teacher, my PE teacher, she was just like, oh, why don't you lot join the athletics club? And I was like, oh, I haven't done that before. Something different. I think I put too much on, to be honest. Yeah, I thought that was something different. Why not just join up? And I was with my friends at the time. Oh, I think there was like 7 of us, and we were like, oh, let's just join for the fun of it. So I remember we all joined at the same time. Actually, hold on. No, I think we started we started with netball and we really loved that. I put too much on, hold on. I'm gonna look like a greasy girl. Ross, hold on, let me clean my hands with it. Okay, so we started with netball. So yeah, I started as a netball player. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I really loved the teamwork we had to do. So we had to be in a team, and I really loved that. And the fact that I was with my friends every day, cool, that was like a bonus. And then we went into volleyball, and I really loved that as well. But at times I was just like, oh, just getting on my nerves, because Ophelia used to punch the ball and we could never get it, so that's why we were just getting like hot and bothered. And then we were introduced to athletics, and oh my gosh, that really changed my whole life. I'm talking to you like I'm just rubbing up my face. But yeah, athletics changed my whole life. Like, I never loved something so much as that. So that's my primer done. I'm gonna go in with my Chanel. Do you know how long I've been wanting this, and I finally got it, and I'm just so obsessed with it. So this is the Chanel foundation. So we were introduced to athletics and I fell in love with it automatically. I was very fast, but I wasn't as fast as my sister. So I was put in for 200 meters and she was put in for 100. So 100 is much quicker than 200, if that makes sense. So yeah, we were sprinters. I would also do field work, so there's track and field. I would do both, and then I'll also do like relay. But 200 meters was just where it was at for me. Sorry, I'm just looking in here to put my foundation on. Yeah, 200 meters was just where it was at for me. I absolutely loved it, especially relay, because I was so fast. So we had this tactic. So we'll put Rashawn first. Oh no, hold on. No, because our team did change. Yeah, so we would put Rashawn first, so she was quite fast, so she could get ahead of everyone. This is in the relay, so we will put Rashawn first, and then we'll put Tiana second, because she was quite fast, but Rashawn was faster. So we'll put Rashawn first and Tiana, then I will be the first person, so I will be known as the catch up. So say like if Tiana was behind, I was the person to catch up. So I think I've just skipped a bit, so hold on, let me just go back a bit. It's a bit all over the place. So relay is literally just 1 lap around the track, but there's 4 participants, so you'll have 4 different people on your team. So Rashawn was the first person. She was the fastest on our team, so we'll put her first. just so she's like ahead of everyone, and then Tiana will be second, and then I will be third, and then Ophelia will be fourth. So if Tiana was slow on her second bit, then I was known as the catch up. So I would, because I was so fast, I would catch up and then get us back to where we needed to be, and then Ophelia would be the last fastest person, and she would end the race if anything was to happen, say like for Rashawn trip, then we have the catch up. So after all of that explaining, I still said it wrong. So Rashawn was actually the last person to run. So Ophelia was the first person, Tiana was second, I was third, known as the catch up, and then because Rashawn was the fastest person, she would run the last little bit, so she would be the sprinter to the end of the line. So yeah. But yeah, that was our tactic. It always worked, and we always ended up winning our relay. I absolutely love that. I just love working as a team, and I think that's why I'm in the job that I am in now, because I like working with people. I just love all of it. The not so fun bit is when secondary school ended, well, coming to an end, I had to find a team to compete with, and I absolutely loved going to Bromley. There was a track and field called Norman Park, and that's literally where everyone was. So like all the fast people were there, and then we would have competitions in Kent, in Ashford, and that was just like my holy ground. Like I absolutely loved it. There was no bad blood about that. Yeah. Where things started to go left was, I obviously wanted to go to Norman Park, and I got sent to Ladywell, which is literally like in my area, because that's the closest one that they could send me to. And remember, these times I'm quite young and I'm having to take the bus and get an Oyster card, so they picked the closest one to the house, which is what I didn't want to want. Which is what I didn't want. I wanted Normal Park, because that's where all the fastest people were. This is where like everyone I knew, like all the good trainers, everyone was there. And in Ladywell I didn't know no one. Like I had no coach, nothing, because all my coaches were in Normal Park. So yeah, we had this woman, I'm not gonna say her name. Actually, let me say her name, because she don't watch this and she don't know me anymore. So her name was Michelle. Oh my gosh, the worst coach ever. I think she was so sexist. Like she would always put us with the boys, and boys, I'm gonna go into anatomy, but boys have stronger muscles. They got bigger muscles, so they're stronger, they're faster than girls. That's just how we're built naturally. So she would always put us with the boys, and we'll always lose, and then we would have to do like punishment. So we would have to do like extra laps around the track, we would have to do like push-ups. It was just crazy. It was so unnecessary as well, and very unprovoked. And I remember she always did that, and then all the girls would have to be on punishment basically. And then I remember it came to winter training, and I just had enough. Like I was cold, I was just angry, and what topped it off was one of the girls was just like some spiteful girl. And I remember me and Rashawn only had one bottle of water to share with, to share between each other, and she went and spiked it and put her Robinsons in there. And obviously we knew it was hers because she was the only one that had the Robinsons bottle. So yeah, I just lost it, and I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be here. I've had enough. You lot violate us constantly. And at this point I just had enough. And then the guy was like, I'm gonna call your mum because you're not participating. I was like, call my mum, call my mum. And then Rashawn was just looking at me like, we had to just stop. I was just like, no, call my mum, I'm actually done. Like, you violate us, you put us against the boys and make us lose all the time. I'm not even doing my makeup. Yeah, you put us against the boys and make us lose all the time, and then you put us on punishment, and then like you expect us to do all these laps and all these push-ups, and I physically cannot because we've done training, I'm tired, and you've got us doing extra work. So it was just like, it just wasn't making sense. And I think I just had to put my foot down with that one, and that was it. I just didn't go back to doing athletics. That was me done. That, I feel like that experience just put me off. This is the concealer that I use. It's Morphe Filter Effect. It's so good. This is in the shade Rich 30 Neutral. It's so good. Like, oh, it just blends in so well with my skin, and it gives you that natural a natural looking highlight, but with me I blend it right into the skin, so it's like kind of into the foundation, because I don't like that bright under eye. The training, I think the training was from this was so long ago, so I can't really remember, but I think my training, I want to say it was every Monday, but no, I feel like it was for 2 days, so I want to say Monday and Tuesday, but I don't know. It was definitely 2 days I had training. But yeah, another thing was, as much as I was getting the support from my family, I felt like it was too much. Like, it was overwhelming, because when I first started, it was literally for fun. Like, I was literally just with my friends, we were having fun, and obviously I loved doing track, but I feel like when family get involved, they see like the bigger picture, like they see the future, and they're like, oh my gosh, like she could be the next, let's say Usain Bolt, because I don't know any female runners. And when your family get involved, there's so much pressure on your shoulders, there's so much pressure, there's so much anxiety, and I feel like that was one of the reasons why I kind of lost a bit of hair in the middle of my head. Like, my hair was very short, it was very thick, and my mum used to say to me like, are you stressed at school? And I didn't, like, I wasn't really stressed at school. I think it was just that whole situation. Now that I look, sorry, I just burped. Now that I look back on it, I think it was that situation. Like, having support from your family is nice, but then it can get overwhelming. So I remember my mum, she just used to be on it, so she used to be like, okay, you need to go train on this day, at this time you need to eat this. And as much as it was supportive, it wasn't helping, and knowing that I started out as something that was just fun, it just turned into something that I just didn't enjoy anymore. So yeah, that was another reason why I didn't want to do it anymore. But my main reason was the fact that I didn't have a coach. Well, I did have the Ladywell coach, but it wasn't the coach that I wanted. And another thing with her as well is that we was training 2 days a week, and it was like intense training. Like, it was so intense. Like, the training consisted of the warm-up, so we would do like 2 laps, and then we'll go into like a push-up, and then we'll do the stretching, and then we'll go into more sprints, and then it will go into like doing hurdles, like, so practicing how to run. So, you know, you have to run with alternative arms to legs. It has to be opposite, so if my left leg was up, my right arm had to be up, so like that. So we would have to do that with hurdles, and then practice how to step, and then practice how to run off boards. It was too much, and I was young at the time, so it was overwhelming. And then having to be on punishment, and then whilst I was having all this training, she would never put me in for competition. So all of our competitions was in Kent. That was basically where all the big competitions were. So it was like, I'm training, but she's not putting me in for anything. So it was just like, why am I even here, sort of thing. And I remember that I would put 2 girls from my secondary school, I'll put them, like, I literally put them onto this this coaching lady, so they ended up coming to the track and field with us, and she would enter them into competitions and wouldn't put me and my sister into competitions. And we've been in the training with her for like ages. I mean, she never put us in, so I was just like, it is what it is, man. Yeah, I was over it, mate. But I felt like if I went Norman Park, and if I stuck with the trainer that I had, like, my teacher was training me, and then you had like the top trainers, so if I stayed with them, I feel like I would have been in a better place. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm just gonna do my eyebrows with the Morphe. I always use Java. Java is like my holy grail. Oh my gosh, this the camera's dying. No. Now that I'm not on that side of things, I've gone onto, well, I'm not that athlete anymore. I am the rehabilitations. I'm on that side. So in uni, I decided to do sport and exercise science for my undergrad, and I came out with a T1. I'm so excited because that course was so hard. There was a lot of stress, a lot of tension, but I feel like because I had all my friends and we were always in the library, we all came out with good grades because we just all supported each other. I'm now doing my masters in sports rehab, so I'm currently doing that now. I just have one more thing to submit, and then I'm on my dissertation, and then it's over. But apart from that, I'm kind of behind on that course because my class, I said they finished in December. I actually think they finished in October, but there's 3 of us that haven't finished yet because I was kind of like messing around with my supervisor. So I've got a new supervisor and we're just trying to get that done because graduation is in June. It's pretty soon, it's literally around the corner, because we're currently in March. It was the 1st of March, so yeah, we're just trying to get that done so I can finish my work. But it has been hard. It's been so hard to try and focus. It's also been hard because I feel like with this degree I don't have that support system from my peers. I feel like because it's a master's degree, like everyone is just focused on themselves. Everyone's literally here for them, and yeah, we don't really talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't really talk, and like it's completely different from undergrad because obviously there was a larger group of us and we were all talking, we were all be in the library trying to do our work. But with masters, like, the dynamic is different. Everyone's just getting on with what they need to do, so there's not really that support there. And plus, like I said, I'm kind of behind in my class, so my class is finished and don't really have anyone to kind of guide me, sort of thing. But I just want to get that course over and done with because it's really stressing me out. But another life update, I just got the job as a rehabilitation assistant in NHS. NHS was not the route I wanted to go down on. I obviously wanted to do private, and I'm currently doing work experience in a private clinic. I was doing that as work experience on my course, and obviously I completed all my hours. I think it was 150 hours. I completed that, and I wanted to stay on further to just train and to just get familiar with the machinery, like ultrasound, shockwave, laser, electrotherapy, and obviously massaging. But now that I'm starting this new job, I won't be able to do the two. So as much as I would like to do the private clinic alongside this NHS work, it seems like it's impossible. But yeah, I'm just excited because I'm finally in a job of what I want to do. But the main goal is to basically work with a football team. I obviously want to be a physiotherapy to a football team. Obviously I did apply for Arsenal, but I don't think I submitted it, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely want to work with a football team. I have worked with football teams in the past. I worked with Bromley FC. I've worked with the Crystal Palace team under 18s. I had to do like a diet plan. I had to do like the body composition. I had to do I can't remember what else I did with them. It's quite a long time ago. But I also worked with the Charlton team. I was under 18s, so we had to do like a psychological thing with them. So I worked with a few teams, but the main goal is for me to do physio on a football team. I think that would be like, that's my ultimate goal. Obviously with the course that I've taken now, I've realized I've kind of gone down the wrong route. I'm kind of diversing off this video, but with the course I've gone down, I've obviously gone down the rehab route, and because my main goal is to do physio, I realized that... Hello.
Hi, I made you some oxtail with butter beans and some spinners with some plantain and some jollof rice.
Oh, thank you. So you've got Jamaican food with Nigerian food.
Oh, sorry.
That is yummy.
Enjoy.
Well, let me come out, Harley. Let me finish this video. Put this video. So as I was saying, I kind of, I don't want to say I've messed myself up, but I've kind of made it harder for me, sort of thing. So obviously I've gone down the rehab route, but I want the physio title, so I realized I should have done physio instead of rehab, although they're kind of the same things. With rehab I won't get the physio title, with physio I'll get the physio title, if that makes sense. And then I've looked into it more, and they said that if I was to do physio I'd have to do 3 more years again. I'm like, ugh, I don't have 3 more years in me. With this job that I just got now, I was speaking to them about it because they asked me if I wanted to progress, what would I want to do, and I said obviously physio is like the ultimate for me. So they were telling me about different options I can do. So they have like this course, I think they said it's 1 year, so 1 year to get that physio title. Fingers crossed. That might have to be the route I have to go to, because I can't do 3 more years in studying. I don't have that mental capacity to do that. But yeah, and I definitely ain't doing a PhD either. But yeah, that's just where I am. So instead of me being an athlete, I'm now on the rehab side. So I'll be looking after patients and athletic people, or gym people and elderly people. So it's a wider range of clientele that I would have. I also forgot to mention that I did go to Italy, and I worked over there for 3 weeks. I was working in a sports clinic in Florence, so I was doing ultrasound, so that's where I learned that from. Ultrasound with patients, and I would also shadow. So I was a physio assistant, I would shadow the physio, and he would be like cracking people's necks. I remember he did crack my neck, but it felt really nice. He also did like cupping. He also did cupping on patients, so that's kind of what I knew. So when I went into the private clinic, the stuff that I was being shown, I already knew that from when I worked in Italy. So yeah, I did ultrasound. I didn't do the coupling because I wasn't trained. I was 16 then, so I wasn't allowed to touch the patients because I wasn't insured. Yeah, I wasn't insured by them. Yeah. And then we also used to do like the exercises with them. So they had like a gym, and then it also had like a swimming pool, so they would do like what's the name of it again? I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I literally just did it on my course. Wait one second, I'm gonna look up the name. And then it also had the hydro section, which was across the hall, so that was like a swimming pool, and they would do exercises in the pool, which is also known as hydrotherapy. But yeah, that was a very good experience for me. It was quite an eye-opener, and from having that experience and then taking it into uni, like nothing was new to me because I already knew it. And I feel like that's why I'm so, you know, so familiar with some sort of some of the equipment. But yeah, that was just another thing that I wanted to add of my experience along with that. But on a whole, I think my favorite thing about athletics would be when we had Harris Federation. That was like my favorite thing. It was basically Harris Federation is when all the Harrises come together, so we'll always be in Crystal Palace, and it was just compete against each other. And Harris Bromley, the school that I was in, once known as Care Park, we were just the absolute best. Like, we had our shit together, like we worked effectively as a team. But I feel like there was kind of cheating going on because it was Crystal Palace grounds. They had to win, so every year they would win, but deep down we knew it was us, or you could see it was us, because we always used to win our races. But Harris Federation was just like the best thing ever, and if I could go back to school, I absolutely would go back to school to relive that moment. But yeah, it was just the best time of my life. Actually no, the best time of my life would be in Siesta Challenge. That was the best time. But yeah, again, thank you for watching this video, and this is a bit of my life of where I am now. But thank you for watching this video. Like I said, I I will try to post every week, but just not as of yet, because I've got to finish this work from uni, and I've got so much stuff going on, especially with like this new job, trying to get all my documents sorted. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this.
And you have a cola champagne.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, darling.
Let me just put the bowl for you.
You're just ruining my video. I just want to end off by saying that the athletics experience for me was quite good. It was just so the training aspect, and I remember when I was doing Harris Federation, it got to a point where I was getting sunstroke, like it was really bad, and I ended up passing out in the toilet and I was vomiting, and then someone had to go and get my mum, and it was just a crazy situation. But because the camera's dying, I can't really finish this video, so I'm speaking really fast. But yeah, that is my summary of why I don't do athletics anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though half my makeup is done. But thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye.